G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 17 of our Wolves career mode here on Dylan on the Ball. Today we'll be taking on Chelsea Football Club in the Premier League. We are right up on top, they're about 5 or 6 points behind, but they will be title rivals come the end of the season, I imagine. Before we get to that fixture though, there's been a couple of matches since you were last here. We've played Tottenham in the league and then we had a trip away to Lincoln in the cup. So the first of those fixtures was hosting Tottenham in the league and their defence just wasted away as Matasiwa brought the ball up through midfield. None of them closed him down. They all tried to sort of go with runs, and then by the time Ben Davies was trying to come to him, he was just able to sort of drop the shoulder, go a bit to his left, and fire it past Hugo Lloris to give us a 1-0 lead. Then it got even better. Michael Elise grabbing another goal. Another sort of similar story where nobody really closed him down as he was just dribbling the ball around. They were all kind of trying to stick with runs. And then two of them sort of maybe thought the other one was going to be the one to tackle him. Hugo Lloris does a bit of a poor effort at saving it. But at the end of the day, we will fly away to a 2-0 lead. Then before the half, it was 3-0. Ruben Vinagre overlapped on the left-hand side, chopped back a little dinked cross towards the penalty spot where Daniel Podence was waiting and first time, fired in a great, just powerful volley into the bottom corner. Hugo Lloris didn't try. I'm really not sure why or what happened there. Then, as the game was winding down, Højbjerg got one back for Tottenham. A bit of a scrappy goal where Matasiwa just got outdone by Bentancur on the edge of the box. Højbjerg was unmarked in the box, had one effort that Sarr saved, but the rebound fell right back into his path and no one could get there in time. Then the clock really winding down, Tottenham putting on a lot of pressure on us in the last 15 minutes. We actually really struggled to contain them and keep it to only 3-2. Harry Kane this time sort of muscled off Willy Bolly quite easily, which was a bit disappointing, and then fired it past Jose Sarr, nothing he could really do. But we'll take a 3-2 win. Then in the cup with a heavily rotated team, Silva played it out to Bola, who played it into Ross Barkley. Fires us in a 1-0 lead from the edge of the box there, takes one touch and then fires a pretty hefty drive there towards Vigero in goals, who probably could have done better, a bit similarly to Lloris in the first goal of the last game. Then Bola, again bringing the ball down the right-hand side, crosses it in towards Ross Barkley, who sort of, I guess, checks his man. I don't know if you can see from this angle. No, you won't see from that angle, but he sort of checks him and puts him off balance before sort of a glancing header, not really a powerful one. And Vigero again, this time dives over the ball. Bit of a weird one, but we'll take a 2-goal lead and 2 assists for Bola, 2 goals for Barkley. Then, as the game was winding down, we sort of rang the changes, didn't put in a great or our best side, but Bola was played in here by Radishov or something like that. I don't remember his name. No, it was a youth guy, Haderaj. And then Bola, I think he's a 68 overall right wing back, grabbed himself a goal and 2 assists. Bizarre. Then another youth product gave the ball away in a silly position, and some bloke on his lunch break grabbed one back for Lincoln. No idea what his name was, but he was absolutely clinical with it, to be fair. Just one touch, and then as Jose Sarr's sprinting out to meet him, fires it in the bottom corner. But that would be all she wrote, and a 3-1 win for us, progressing in the Carabao Cup. So not much has changed in the league since you were last here. We've just played the one extra game. I think it's only been a week since you were last here, really. Our 3-2 win against Tottenham doubled the amount of goals we've conceded this year, but it does keep us 3 points ahead of Manchester United with a 9-goal difference after 5 games. We can't be mad at that. We're almost averaging 3 goals a game, and we're 5 from 5. We're about to play Chelsea, who are down in 5th. They have played 5, won 3, lost 2, conceded a few more than us, scored a couple less, but nevertheless, it should be quite a close contest. We've had a couple of good games against them. I think it was FA Cup semi-final was against them, maybe? Which I think we sort of ran away with at the end. It might have been 4-2 or 5-2 or something like that. But earlier in the season, we did have a couple of very close contests against them. I think they actually beat us both times in the league, maybe. 3-2 was one of them, where we were up 2-0 and I was chilling, and then just fumbled the bag, really. So the lineups for this big one at Stamford Bridge will be, for us, Jose Sa, Semedo, Cody, Kilman, and 8 Nuri. A midfield of a slightly tired Dendoncker, Neves, and Elise, and front three of Neto, Jimenez, and Sa. I'm okay with Dendoncker being a little bit tired. We do have Matasiwa on the bench, and I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. It's not devastatingly tired or anything like that. Should be able to get away with it. In terms of Chelsea then, man, it's an intimidating look, isn't it? My goodness. They've got Mendy, who's about 15 foot tall in goal. Back three of Skriniar, Christensen and Rudiger. Wide backs Aspilicueta and Chilwell. Midfield of Jorginho and Kante. And a front three of Mount, Pulisic and Lukaku. If anything, I guess a year down the line, in FIFA terms anyway, maybe we'd look to exploit Aspilicueta, like with 8 Nuri overlapping Sa, maybe that sort of thing. But other than that, it's not great. Right, as the players walk out onto Stamford Bridge here, I will just remind you to please leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying the series, that sort of thing. Leave a comment what you thought of the video, what you're thinking of the series, that sort of thing. And the social medias are down in the description as well. So please give us a follow there. I do appreciate the support we've been getting and all of the wonderful, very kind comments I've been getting in reply to things I have to say. Don't like when they kick off. It always makes me that little bit nervous to start the game, you know? I don't need help with nerves. We ended up having about 60-something% possession against Spurs the other day. So I'm hoping for something similar here, where we're just sort of comfortable in the ball. I mean, we're at least comfortable for 70 minutes against Spurs anyway. But, ooh, here's a pop early from Neves. No. Well, not a great first effort. But we've kept hold of the ball high up, and that's what it's all about. Oh, a good save early from Mendy, and a good start for us with a couple of efforts early on. If you remember the games last year against Chelsea, I think we lost 3-2 the first time around, and it was like we just dominated, and I was talking about how crap they were, and then they turned it around. It was rather embarrassing, but I'm hoping that, you know, a year down the line, the experience of, you know, playing them at Wembley, and how much better the team's been performing this year, we'll be able to hold them off. Good first 11 minutes anyway. I always think we tend to dominate midfield when it's a flat 2, like here with Kante and Jorginho, who's lost Olise. Jesus bloody hell. That was horrible. I usually record these after work, like at night, and I gotta say, even then I don't need help being sweaty. Recording this at 3 in the afternoon was just a poor decision. Very positive start though. We're definitely dominating possession and territory. I think Mendy might just be too tall for us to put anything near him. Bit too good. But apart from not being able to do anything against Edouard Mendy, this has been a good opening 20 odd minutes. Oh, you're kidding. How has he not scored that? And it's a goal kick as well. Oh dear. How has he ended up booting that out like that, like he's clearing it? I don't think we've fired a blank in at least like a season now. Like, I know our first couple of videos we lost 4-0. But since then, I think we've scored in every game. Maybe this will... No, don't worry. Nah, we're good. Don't forget what I was saying. Don't worry what I was talking about. Jimenez has got it sorted. We're alright, I reckon. So, our wingers not having much success out wide. We went through central with Ismail Assar. Skriniar couldn't keep up with him. And he laid it on a platter for Raul Jimenez and his headband to fill his boots from about 2 yards out and make it 1-0. Away at the Bridge. Easy as you like. Hoping that we haven't awakened a beast or something like that with Chelsea by scoring. Because, that's a quick run from Kante. The opening 25 minutes or so we were chilling, basically. Oh dear, Jose Sa. Jose Sar's given them a goal. Oh dear. I thought I'd held down A long enough to throw it out. I think it would have been Elise in midfield that I was trying to get it to, but instead he rolled it to Lukaku's feet. Then panic set in and the ball went in. Similar story to what we usually concede, where they dribble it around in the box, nobody can get a foot in, and then they pass it to someone who's open because we've closed them down with about 4 people. But this time, Jose Sá was nowhere to be seen, so it didn't even matter. Oh dear. We held the lead for as long as we could, I guess. That was fun while it lasted. Enjoyed that. Yes, we did awaken that beast, didn't we? That counter-attacking beast. Good from corners last year. We'll see how he can go with this one being floated in. No. Mason Mount apparently very good in the air. And Pedro Neto very offside. Cool. Right. 37 minutes in now. 38. I'd still say we've dominated on a whole. That was poor. Yeah, dominated on a whole. Just that one moment of stupidity from our keeper. See, difference being when theirs has a moment of stupidity, I lob it back to him for catching practice. They were ruthless. We haven't done much since our goal. Maybe Chelsea were awoken defensively as well as going forward with us scoring. Either way, it was a bad idea. Maybe as the half ends here, Aït-Nouri will make it 2-1. He has. He just has. Overlapping on that right-hand side, like we were talking about with Azpilicueta aging. It was Mount that couldn't stay alongside him though, as Azpilicueta was drawn into Ismaïla Sarr, who laid it off for Aït-Nouri to fire it over Edouard Mendy into the roof of the net. And right on the stroke of half-time, we've restored our lead. The 15 minutes for half-time guarantees we hold it longer. So last kick of the first half was Aït-Nouri putting us ahead, hoping for more in the second. Very much grateful that I chose to very much rotate the side against Lincoln. Because I think if I hadn't have rotated and we had just used our most fit available 11, we would have been going into this game with basically a second choice in every position, which I'm not saying is 100% the reason we're ahead, but it wouldn't hurt. Oh geez, bloody Kingsley Coman's quick, isn't he? Oh, well done there. I think that would have been Cody keeping. Oh no, the cutback away. Oh man. Alright, we've dealt with that one eventually. Now we're away on the counter. And Neves can turn Rudiger, put it wide. That's fine. We'll take that. It's better than them doing it on the other end. We might not do as well as Brentford, but hopefully we can still come away with 3 points here. That would be the ideal. I mean, Brentford would be the ideal, really. But look, if it stays 2-1, probably not going to be too angry, I reckon. Oh, they've just let Elise dance through. What happened? Why did they just let him run through? Like, no one stood in front of him. No one tried to. I guess, again, sort of similar to a couple of goals. I think it would have been against Tottenham, where players stuck with the runs being made by our forwards and didn't do anything about the ball being brought into the box. It's a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. Not a weird one, though. The signing of Michael Elise. Absolute stud. Now Brentford is within reach. As long as we can keep them out for the rest of the game, we'll be right, I reckon. Or we can Brentford this. We just need a Christian Eriksen on our team so that there's like the positive vibe about the goal scoring as well. Can we claim that any of our players have had a heart attack? They've got Kingsley Coman in behind, and who was it that was there in the first half? Pulisic, maybe? He didn't do a thing. And now the 2 times Kingsley Coman's got the ball. In behind, sprinting away, no one can get near him. Bizarre. Not sure why he wouldn't be starting if this is the sort of impact he has. But I suppose I can't complain. Might have seen a couple of seconds ago the possession statistic. We're doing well again. Oh, we're not doing well defensively though. Wow, Lukaku's hit the crossbar. He's tried to lob the keeper first try from about 30 yards out. So it's not, I guess, unsurprising that it didn't go out, but go in rather. But we definitely got away with one there. Oh, didn't get away with that one. Did not get away with that one. Max Kilman tried to do maybe a fake shot in the box and did a fake shot into Romelu Lukaku. And Lukaku gives a great big hug to a faux Tuchel. Not sure what Max Kilman really did there. I think, in all honesty, it was probably me panicking between trying to pass it to someone else and just trying to clear it. So he did both, which is the fake shot. I'm not sure. But there goes the Brentford scoreline. We'll hope we can still get the Brentford result though. Though I suppose it's a bit different to Brentford because at this point we're winning the league, having won 5 from 5. Brentford are fighting relegation and it's April. But, you know, the point remains. Getting a win away at Stamford Bridge would be incredible. Bloody Kingsley Coman is way too quick for anyone in my team. Can I put Ismail Assar at right back? Do you think that's too progressive of a move? Oop. Don't worry about it. Nelson Semedo, too good. Too good for him. Once he caught up, too good for him. And Elise, I was going to say too good for Skriniar, but Skriniar made me look a fool. That's a penalty, surely. Are you joking? How is that not a penalty? I'm not usually one for doing this, but surely you have to get the ball for it not to be a penalty? That's as clear as day. Clear as day. Raul Jimenez gets the ball. Mendy does not, takes out Jimenez. Even the most biased of Chelsea fan could see that and see that as a penalty. Shocking. If they go and on the counter now and score, I'm going to be filthy. I think if they score at all the rest of the match, I'm going to be filthy, but... Oh, good opening for Ismail Assar on the left behind Azpilicueta, and scores. I was very nervous about Jimenez being in the goals and maybe trying to header that one away. Doesn't matter. That should be the game. I really don't know what Jimenez was trying to do there. I think Jimenez, maybe his head injuries got to him and he thought he was a defender for a sec. Oh, matrixed out of the way. That was... not sure what he's doing there. End result though is Ismail Assar makes it 4-2. And another one of my signings over the summer just turning into an absolute gem. Elise and Sarr are just killing it. Will Chelsea get another one back and further making this one interesting? Ooh, we can't tackle Lukaku. Yes, we can. There we go. And we'll just lump that upfield, I reckon. Because I back Raul Jimenez in the air. Not Pedro Neto on the floor, though. Oh, what is that? What is that? Why is Lukaku that open in the middle of the field? Who would have been with him? Who should have been with him? It probably doesn't matter. It's 92 minutes in. I'm going to kick off and the game will end and we'll win. But that's definitely pissed me off because there's nothing I've done wrong there. My defenders just haven't stuck with anyone there and have let Romelu Lukaku walk through the middle of the field. And he's got 2 goals today. Both of them we've just handed to him on a plate. 5 goals in 6 matches for Lukaku is absolutely ridiculous. This isn't Inter Milan. And we'll kick off and it'll blow his whistle. It's done. It's a 4-3 win. We've just about doubled the amount of goals that we've conceded in the year. But we've won. That's all that matters. Quick recap of 6 of the 7 goals for some reason. EA Sports, thank you. Raul Jimenez pops it in from about 3 yards out after the good work from Ismail Assar taking on Skriniar to put it on a plate for our Mexican marksman to fill his boots, 1-0. 5 minutes later, Jorginho capitalised on just some bizarre goalkeeping from Sarr. Bizarre? Did that work? Does that work as some wordplay? Maybe not. It was Mason Mount cutting it back for him, bit behind the penalty spot, to side-foot it into basically an empty net after Jose Sarr went walkabout. And it was 1-1, 30 minutes in. Stroke of half-time, an overlapping run from Ryan Ait-Nouri, getting on the end of a Ismail Assar layoff. Perfectly sort of weighted pass, because he can just sort of one touch, take himself towards the middle of the goal, fire it. Maybe Edouard Mendy should do better there in making himself big. I know that's a big thing that keepers talk about, but he doesn't really do a good job of it there. Then, about 15 minutes after halftime, Michael Elise waltzed into the box, completely open, nobody closed him down, nobody thought that the ball was maybe what they should stop, and Michael Elise grabbed himself, I think, what would be his 4th goal of the season, which is pretty elite for 6 games into the season for a midfielder. Lukaku made it 3-2. Some very questionable, we'll call it, playing out from the back from Max Kilman. He stuck with him well, he read the pass, he got to the pass, but decided to try and run past Lukaku with it, who made zero mistake with the finish. It was right into the top corner, nothing our keeper could do, or nothing faux Tuchel could do. 86 minutes in, Ismail Assar put the icing on the cake and put it out of reach of Chelsea. Jimenez nearly ruined it for us, but we were ahead 4-2 before, in the dying embers of the game, Lukaku grabbed another one back, which you won't see because FIFA decided that we can only watch 6 of 7 goals. So that result puts us to 6 from 6. We are 5 points ahead in the league now. My maths isn't great. We've scored 17 goals in our 6 matches, just about 3 a game. Conceded 7, which is less good, and it's starting to really resemble last year, I guess, with, I think that's 3 back-to-back 3-2 results, maybe, in the league? No, 2 3-2s and then a 4-3. So it's not looking great, but we're still ahead in goal difference. We're well ahead in the league at this point, which is bizarre. Chelsea are down in 8th now, having won 3, lost 3, and we're happy as Larry. So next video, you will see us go away to Sparta Prague, or to Prague in the Czech Republic, playing against last year's runners-up in real life. I'm not sure how they would have done in FIFA, I'm not sure, I can check that to be honest. But we'll be going away to them. Between now and then, we've got Marseille in the Cup, then I think we've got West Ham and Southampton in the league, so you'll see the highlights of those ones before we get into another away fixture in the Champions League, our 3rd group stage game. So at the end of that one, it should be shaping up quite nicely, and we should have a decent idea of where we're sitting and whether we'll be progressing as group leaders or going to the Europa League. Who knows? Either way, it'll hopefully be a good game. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here, if you're enjoying the series. Leave a comment down below what you thought of the video, and make sure to follow us on the social medias down in the description. And until next time, when we go again in search of more Champions League glory, peace.